immigrants would you estimate your administration, how many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. You know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you
now,
just a number? Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point. Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have an
it's a rough estimate of 6 million people have been released into the country. And let me just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I was beginning to answer. The first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the. Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding?
You hear that crack? You hear that crack in her voice? We ain't heard that yet.
So,
did Brett laugh?
Pathway to citizenship for the. Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
But
you have to let me finish.
You
please.
had the White House and the House and the Senate,
and they didn't bring up that bill. I'm in the middle of responding to the point you're raising, and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
We recognized from day one that, to the point of this being your first question, it is a priority for us as a nation and for the American people.
All right, y'all, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
Wait a minute.
First question, Brett went straight in. He gave it no time. He gave it no time at all. And he asked her the question about immigration. And he said, I want a straight answer, right? Some people appreciate a straight answer, and she wasn't giving it. Her voice cracked. She wanted the I'm speaking moment. And see, Kamala, what I'm noticing is that she really believes in that wait, I'm speaking as like her way to to dominate the conversation. But Brett didn't give that to her. He said, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to steer you straight and you're going to actually follow along. He was respectful. I don't think that Brett was being overly dominant, which he could have been, but he wanted to get a straight answer from her because we know how she bounces around. And so let's watch this, right? And there's a part in here that I want to now break down.
Topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. You know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but just a number. Do you think it's one?
Right here. She was relaxed on the first question. Now she's like, wait. I got to get to my script. Brett. And Brett's like, no.
1 million, 3 million.
Brett, let's just get to the point.
No, Brett, let me get to my script is what she really wants to say. Brett, please, my handlers have said I need to stick to the script, because in the Charlemagne interview, they asked me why I'm so scripted, and I told them I'm disciplined. So please let me just get to my script, Brett. We don't want your script. We want real answers. We want someone who's authentic. Let's continue.
Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system.
And we're going to go down the broken immigration system, the bipartisan border bill. Trump killed the bill. It's the same thing we've already heard. We've seen this rerun already.
That needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have
it's a rough estimate of 6 million people have been released.
Now let's talk about stats and facts, because this is the world that these Democrats don't live in. Oh yes, I'm calling you guys out. And leave all your comments below. Go ahead, keyboard warrior your way through this video. Whether you like or dislike this video, you help me. Don't even matter. Listen, Democrats don't like to deal with stats and facts. They don't. They like to deal with hypotheticals and feelings and emotions. And he's telling you that 6 million of these people have been apprehended and released and pretty much put back in the country. What do you got to say about that?
Into the country. And let me just finish.
This right here, y'all.
Estimate of 6 million people have been released into the country.
This right here, what you're seeing right there, this and going back in the chair, she doesn't know how to respond to this. She's uncomfortable. She's showing her how uncomfortable she is right now within the first question of the interview. That's all that this is showing right now, is that she's getting a bit uncomfortable, right?
And let me just
The sway back, the hand movement, right? All of this is just is her go-to instinct, uncomfortable. Some people touch their face. Some people fold their arms. You know, and hers is the hands. She does this a lot, right? She does that a lot and this. And so now she's doing this with her hands and she's swaying back in her chair. She really wants to get to her point.
just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I was beginning to answer.
All the hands, right?
First bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship
And no one has said this yet.
Act of 2020.
Exactly.
No one has talked about this bill, because when the people that she's been talking to have been friendly. And so when she talks about bills, they don't know about them. But he's got the paper in front of him. He says, okay, this is the bill you're talking about, right? Here's the name of it, right? Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about that, right? Like, it's all stats and facts.
21. It was essentially
but
pathway to citizenship for the...
Finish,
yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
But
you have to let me finish,
You
please.
had the White House.
You have to let me...
Wait a minute.
She's like, you got to let me finish, please. Please, I got to get to this, because she doesn't know how to go off script. If she knew how to go off script, she could straight up stop him and then go straight into what she needs to say. But she's trying to go down this little pathway, and Brett ain't trying to hear it. And he's also giving her facts. And that's what Charlemagne interview is not going to do. Bill Whittaker kind of did a little bit, but not as much. Stephanie Rule just kind of let her run around. Dana Bash didn't push her at all. So no one's coming with actual facts and pushback for her. And Brett ain't having it. Brett is like a bulldog.
And the House and the Senate,
I'm
and
in
they
the
didn't
middle
bring up
of
that
responding.
And he's saying when you had the House and the Senate, they didn't bring up that bill at that time. Why not? Why are you talking about this bipartisan border bill as the only hope when Donald Trump had executive orders put in place to tighten the border? And then when you took office, why didn't you bring up this as a main concern when you first started? Why are we talking about 2024 when you've been in office since 2021?
To the point you're raising,
Okay.
and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
We recognized from day one that, to the point of this being your first question, it is a priority for us as a nation.
Why wasn't it a priority when you first started? Why don't you just be honest and say, you know what, we didn't think the border would be this big of a problem. But what we're going to do going forward is...
And for the American people.
All right. So that, my friends, I wanted to break that question down, because when I watched this and I seen this, I was like, oh, wow, she's uncomfortable already in the first question. And he hammered her on immigration. And one thing I liked about him was that he actually brought up what she did when they first got in office, because Biden tasked her with the border, right? Whatever you want to call it, root cause, borders are. She was in charge of the border, okay? That was her task. And he's saying, so in the very beginning of this whole entire administration, why wasn't this a priority? And so she's been able to get away with this whole bipartisan border bill. Trump killed the bill, and he's an unserious man. She's been able to get away with this for a couple months. And Brett already knew where this was going. And he's like, this isn't going to help the American people, so let's really talk about this. And she had zero accountability, yo. She had no accountability for anything that happened in the administration. And this is not someone that you would want to hire for your business. This is not someone you would want to work next to. And it's damn for sure, not somebody you want running the president of the United States. Someone who's always pushing blame onto someone else who came before them. As a man, there are times where things have went pretty sour, whether it was my decision or not. But I have to take accountability and fix the situation at that current moment. whether I'm at my job or whether it's something with my family, I have to stand up and say, I know that this sucks. I know this happened. Let me fix it, and then let me figure it out going forward. It's my fault. It's not DTE's fault. It's not, someone else's fault. It's my fault, whether I just happened to forget, negligent, whatever. But going forward, I'm going to fix it. She couldn't give you that. She couldn't give y'all that. When they asked her about, would you change anything in the administration? She says no. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of this political beatdown. I enjoyed every minute of this political beatdown. Every minute of it. She deserved it. She deserved it. She ducked the smoke for so long. Trump told her in the very beginning, I want 3 debates. Fox News was the first one. She said, nah, I'm going to do the debate on ABC because not only is Doug Emhoff friends with someone at ABC and my brother-in-law works there, I'll agree to that one, and the moderators helped her. So the first one was on Fox News, so you didn't want to go there. You wanted to go straight to ABC. Okay, cool. And then you take friendly interview after friendly interview, and then when your campaign is in desperation mode, you now got to go to CNN. You now got to go to Fox News. But at this particular point, Fox News is ready for your ass because they said, oh, we've been watching you this whole time. We know how you're going to answer questions. We're going to come with stats and facts, and we're going to come with footage of things that you've said and things from the migrant crime, the migrant families who've been affected by the crimes that you've committed, that you've helped commit. She wasn't ready for any of it. This was the most prepared interview she's gotten through this entire campaign. And then you got Democrats talking about, well, I'm just glad that she went on to the show. It just shows that she's not afraid to go to the opposing news stations. Are y'all kidding me? Y'all couldn't wait to dump on Donald Trump when y'all thought he did bad in the debate. Y'all wanted to ring him through there for y'all just stopped talking about the cats and dogs thing. It's been almost 3 weeks of that. Y'all ran Trump through the mud after the debate. But all of a sudden, when she gets ran through the mud on Fox News, oh, I'm just happy she went on there, And then you got some liberals who are like, it wasn't a good look. And she should have did it earlier. But who am I, man? I'm just a guy on YouTube spitting off my opinions of this political commentary. I hope y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all join my live streams that I have. I have them every week. And I'd love to see y'all over there. Let me get up out of here. Like I say after every video, this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work 2 times.